Alright, now let's take a look at another set here. Wren actually saved the replays for their set versus versus Surfetched, aka Octerion. So let's go ahead and review those. Alright, game one. We've got Meta Knight, which I'm assuming is Wren versus Octerion Zombie. We didn't see, we saw a couple of matches or a couple of sets from Wren during the set or during the tournament when it was live. Did not really see the Meta Knight very often. Octerion, I think, used mostly Puff during the sets that we saw on stream, but during the last tournament they also used some zombies, so this is why I'm assuming which characters are which. I like the jab. Not many Meta Knights go for jab. It's one of my favorite Meta Knight moves, you know, besides back air. Oh, that's an unfortunate SD. But you can just shake it off, you know? Sword goes right through the Magma block. It's a good thing you got a sword. Let's see, what is Steve gonna die to here? So Meta Knight doesn't really have anything that will kill Steve like straight up from here. That was actually, they were gonna SD there, but the back air got them anyway. This is why it's so important to maintain center stage, because you know, even a forward smash would have maybe barely killed, but you know, smash attacks always kind of kill. But there were no other moves that that Meta Knight would have been able to have. Yep, caught the roll in. I think that if you play Steve, you should really pay attention to, like, you know, if someone misses a tech on a platform, just wait. And then if they roll in or roll away, or just regular stand-up, you know, you gotta get really good at reading that. Not reading it, don't read it, react to it, and then hit them with the up smash, because they can't really escape it. Alright, air dodges through the up B, or the up smash, and hits them with forward smash. So that first stock SD is kind of completely gone at this point. That was could have been punished pretty badly there. Steve does have some pretty strong combos, and also Meta Knight's kind of at kill percent at this point. Maybe not with materials. I think that this is like Dirt Sword at this point, whatever the lowest level is. It probably would. That's gonna kill. Yep. I'm not sure if this is like something to do with the stage, but I would probably craft like, you know, an iron weapon at this point, rather than keeping what you've got currently, because you're like on your last stock already anyway. Like, sure, you could keep on mining and then eventually get diamond, right? But you could do that with your stronger weapon. I think you should have, you know, followed that minecart, because that could have been a free up smash. I don't think it would have killed though, unless they had terrible DI. Meta Knight's forward smash is super safe. Another anvil? Nope. Dash attack. Alright, so we've got diamond now. Last stock. Another up smash, yep, but jumped away in time. Oh, this is it. Yep. Good DI, so they get to live. And even with the good DI there, still ended up, you know, with a KO. Steve takes the first game. if you're Meta Knight at this point, you're thinking to yourself, you know what, ISD losing an 80% lead, I'll just play the same game and not SD, and I'll just come back. You gotta make sure that you stay focused. Alright, so Wren swaps to Sephiroth here. If I remember correctly, I think that they got their most amount of mileage with Terry during the tournament. But this is still early on. This is losers round 1 at this point. So it's kind of weird for me, because I'm like watching these, this is the day after the tournament, and I am watching everyone's replays that they saved out of order. It's actually in the order in which people uploaded them, as opposed to the order in which, you know, they happened in the tournament. So it takes, you know, it takes some time for me to orient myself, but luckily I have the power of video editing, and I can just kind of trim out the parts where I'm figuring out what order I'm supposed to be watching the videos in. So Sephiroth takes the first stock, doesn't really have too much damage on him, but it is Sephiroth, he's Kirby weight, so he will die to a forward smash at this point. So the goal is to get as much extra damage on Steve in the meantime. And at this point, Steve is actually at kill percent as well, and there it is. So that was a very good stock. You got to keep it going. And I think that in like a couple more percent, now you're dead. So I was going to talk about the one wing, but it does not actually matter here. They had already decided to jump, that's fine. I like how the Mega Flare destroys the the angle. I think there was some body blocking shenanigans there. So the same reason where you can't run through someone in Ultimate unless they're like intangible through spot dodging or rolling. But you also blew himself up. If only they had ran away quickly enough before the fuse went off. But yeah, when you're actually on the ledge, your body is still like, you know, physical, and so if other people are trying to recover and they don't snap to the ledge, then you can actually push them away. Alright, final game in the set. Sticking with the Sephiroth and the Steve, but we get the counter pick to FD. This is a comfort pick, you know. Most people have most of their hours of practice and Smash on FD. Also, when it comes to Steve, I think that that is the most balanced set of materials on FD and Battlefield. Oh, the fastball, but you... Oh, whoa, you actually made that. I am so shocked. The one thing I do miss about having dropped Sephiroth is that counter. Like, I would gladly just have Pyra by herself with Sephiroth's counter and not being able to swap to Mithra. Because then you could actually edgeguard with her, even with the low recovery. That's a Steve classic. You know, you're mining and someone's approaching you, and you just walk away while still mining, and then you just forward smash in the opposite direction. That tells you that you know, your approach is very weak. Like, you shouldn't just dash straight in and then attack, or like dash straight in and do your option. You gotta be a little crafty. You know, so dash in, dash out. You know, kind of what happened just then. That was a pretty decent approach. They didn't get around to the actual approaching portion of the approach though. Alright, Steve with Diamond final stock. Let's see it. Steve's final form. But they don't get a chance to use it. Yeah, Steve has a pretty exploitable recovery. You know, it's either going to be minecart or, you know, the up B. And there you have it. That is Wren taking it over Octerion 2-1. Moving on to losers round 2. And Octerion going out tied for 9th place.